Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers Ascension. That there is what remains of a large red ship. There's quite a bit of it left actually, a lot of steel plates there. But this little guy, our tiny little brick here, is completely full. It's almost at 90 tons, well it is just over 90 tons worth of materials, which is absolutely insane. There's no room left to pack any uranium or anything like that, so you know what, we're just going to take the steel plates as they are and begin our long trek towards Ceres. So I'm going to start off by heading for the GPS coordinate over there. I'm going to sort of use my grinder as like a center line because I have disabled the crosshair. I find it helps with immersion a bit more. Let's also go ahead and disable our inertial dampeners so that we can cruise along at high speed. You will see now I'm about to exceed the game's base speed limit, and that is because I have an unlimited speed mod installed, which allows us to, do space properly. And I am very much considering getting the orbital script, which is really awesome. It does exactly what it says. It allows you to, place ships into legitimate orbits, so like, where they swing around a planet. The plan as it stands is to head over to the light side of Ceres, which is probably going to be just beyond this GPS marker. And then we're going to stop in orbit, park up for a second, and we're going to slap on some extra downward thrusters, just to make sure we can land this thing without, destroying all of our hard work. Also remember, if we die now, we're dead. We have no medical bay which we can clone ourselves with. So this is a one-shot pony. Okay, let's go ahead and begin braking maneuvers so that we can slow down. Oh, I think we may have slightly... Let's go ahead and engage the main engines again. I think I may have slightly overshot this one. Whoopsies! And boom. We have come to a stop. Finally. Gosh damn, that took a while. Okay, now this time, let's point real close to Ceres horizon. Let's go for, right underneath it. And then we're going to burn till we get to, I'm going to leave it at 100 meters per second, and I'm just going to coast in a bit more carefully this time, because 300 may have been a bit ambitious. And as we cruise back towards Ceres, I'd like you all just to take a quick appreciation for how absolutely amazing these planets look in the background. It is incredible. Wow. Ignore the lag spikes, those we can live without. But wow, the planets. I mean, the atmospheric occlusion could use a little bit of work. But it looks pretty good. I mean, it's reflecting, it's shading, sort of, to a degree. It's a bit of a hard line, I guess, it just stops. But, this game isn't really built for that sort of stuff, so it's kind of impressive that the modders have got that to work. So, super shout out to the creator of the solar system mod. He did fantastic work. There's an alternative one, I think it's called Real Solar System, but it doesn't start you off in the same way. That drops you on Earth. And I really wanted to start in space, because so many of the survival series out there on YouTube at present are planetary survival ones, where you start on a planet. I figured let's start in space, and then we'll choose to go to the planet. So it's not like we're having this constant struggle to escape where we began. No, we're actively deciding to put ourselves into a gravity well and struggle with everything there. I'm gonna suffer by choice. That's how this is gonna play out. We have now found ourselves in a parking orbit around Ceres that took a little while to break, and I've gone ahead and added on these large ion thrusters off camera as well as some more braking ones on the front. Alright, now it's time to plan out where we're going to put the landing gear, because we are going to want to touch this thing down on the surface, and so it stands to reason that we're going to want to, land. And I'm thinking, right, that the best way to do this is going to be to extend some feet down. Sort of give ourselves quite a bit of clearance away from our thrusters. And to do just that, I'm going to add a block on either side like this, and then I think we'll go down as a diagonal, almost. And I think it's gonna work. It's gonna do the trick. This ship's not gonna be pretty. This is practicality number one. There we go. Yes. Perfect. And I think that is about enough clearance. And then what we do is we go ahead and we throw a landing gear foot on the end there. It'll look a bit stupid initially, but you know what? It'll get the job done. And that's what we're all about here. So let's go ahead and weld up all of these bits and pieces just to make sure they don't break off. Fantastic. So then we need, how many blocks is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 9 corners. And then I think we'll add a single one on the back. So we'll sort of have like a bit of a tripod system going on. And that should, I think, make us stable enough to land safely. But, oh, it's really going to be like... It's going to be a bit of a challenge to be certain about that. Oh, damn it, and my damn orientation tool has rotated now, so I'm not sure. How many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 more. Uh-huh. And, come on. That's 9. Okay, sweet. Let's just go ahead and throw on our landing foot. Ba-boom. Is that the right way around? No, I put that bar backwards, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, let's flip that around. There we go. And weld it all up. Okay, now we need a landing foot. Just a little stubby foot boy. And I think we'll just come straight off the... Yeah, come straight off this thing. Sure, why not? That was a nice access point though. I don't want to leave that open. So let's, we'll go down sort of like this. And then just, is that in the same plane? I think if we take off this, connect those up there, then we stick a foot on that. That should be roughly aligned. Is it? Is it? It's pretty close. It's good enough for me anyway. Okay, nice. Let's weld all this up. And again, I think let's just do a little bit of, a little bit of decor work here, just to make it look a bit better. Okay, so now this is going to clip over the edge if we were to use it with these large ones. So why don't we go ahead and get out, no, not heavy armor, light armor slopes. We can do it like that, or like this. Maybe we just leave it. Maybe we just leave it after all. Unless we can make this work for us. How does that look? It's a bit janky, but you know what? We'll stick with it. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's do it. Let's commit. Is that the direction I want these in? Yes. Perfect. Yeah, when they're all the sort of neutral color, it's kind of hard to tell which edges are where. Which is why I typically end up, moving towards a more delectable, a more delicious color palette. Oh, and my compass has popped up on the top of my HUD, which means we're getting pretty close to the planets. Unless that was always there and I just missed it, I'm not sure. No, it's always been there. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and zoot towards the horizon line of Ceres. We'll get ourselves up to like 100 meters per second again, and we'll just coast in. Because I am not entirely confident that even with our increased braking thrust here, and of course with our new and improved landing thrusters, I'm not entirely convinced that we're going to be able to stick this without any trouble. So let's rather do it a bit slower, take it a bit more cautiously, and then see how we end up. The second I start seeing a planetary gravity readout in the bottom right, I'm going to be engaging those inertial dampeners, and we're going to be slowing down as quickly as possible. Because I don't want to have to contend with my own, sort of acceleration towards the planet and gravity. That might be a bit too much for our little thruster set to deal with. Although it's good to know that we have 51 years worth of power available from that reactor. You know what? I can see the planet getting a bit closer, and we haven't yet hit its gravity well, so I'm actually going to go ahead and slap on those inertial dampeners, and I'm going to thrust upwards slightly, just to ensure that we do actually miss the horizon. I'd like to sort of curve over a bit so we can land in the daylight. We can pick ourselves a cool landing location that way as well. Oh man, this is a big rock. Yes, and I was correct in my fears. Our braking thrust is there, but it's not exactly incredible. And those reverse thrusters are just clipping the edge of that armor block. Oh, I do see an ore deposit though in front of us. Ooh, crater base. Oh man, crater base could be cool. Maybe we should land in a crater. Crater bases are always pretty damn cool. Oh, and you can do so much with the aesthetic there. Okay, well let's cycle around a bit. We can always come back. Let's have a look at what's over the lip there on the horizon. This ship is just so massively overloaded. That is partially why I am so hesitant to, be, sort of fly gung-ho in a sense. It's just really because I'm so heavy that braking, maneuvering of any kind is just so incredibly difficult. Those craters back there were pretty fantastic. And I am seeing what looks like nickel deposits on the surface, which is kind of cool. I know Ceres is supposed to have like an enormous subterranean ice ocean or something like that. Isn't that from I think in The Expanse, that's like one of the primary reasons it was colonized where it was. Let's go ahead and brake a bit. I think we'll head back to those initial craters we saw. Oh, there's a pretty nice crater over there, actually. Yeah, maybe that's the target we set for ourselves. Okay, let's slow down, and let's work out where we're going to land. And let's do a little barrel roll here, just so we can use our upwards thrusters to slow down some of that upwards acceleration I decided to instigate. There we go. And even this close to the planet's surface, we're still not experiencing any planetary gravity. Oh, well, you don't see me complaining. Let's head on over to that set of craters over there and just see what they're like. They don't look too shabby. Okay, now that we're pretty much over the crater, let us begin the long descent down towards the surface. I am beginning to think that maybe these 4 little thrusters on the sides aren't going to cut it. Although we are slowly building up speed. What really matters is actually how quickly we can brake, and the answer is very. So, the way I see it, I think we get down pretty close with these. We slap on the upwards thrusters as quickly as possible, and then we deal with, whatever planetary gravity they present there. They do have extra, what I was hoping for is that they would have surplus, acceleration, which they seem to, which is quite good. Alright, so the crater I have my eye on is the one kind of just in front of us, over here. Not the one beneath us directly. That one's interesting, but it's a bit small. I'm thinking about this big guy right over here. It's got a sort of like what looks to be sort of like a central mound in the middle of the crater, and then it's got sort of quite a sharp wall on the left and a softer gradient towards the bottom right there, which might make for an interesting place to enter and exit the crater proper, which is all the trappings of a decent crater base, to be honest. Okay, let's bring it in nice and slow like. Let's see how close to the surface we can get. Oh, I'm liking this already. Let's slow down a little bit there. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful touchdown. I was really worried we wouldn't have the acceleration to, sort of brake and keep ourselves. And we got 0.5 planetary gravity. Okay, so Ceres isn't exactly, packing heat when it comes to mass, apparently. It's larger, though, than you think. I suppose it is essentially just like a really huge asteroid. Come on, brake. I thought its gravity was closer to sort of that of the moon, but apparently not. Oh, we're apparently locked to something, but there's definitely nothing there. Let's unlock and strafe away. Yeah, let's see that the landing gear is hitting something. Okay, well that's wrong, because we're not anywhere close to the surface. That could be a problem if we're having like invisible voxels connecting with us. Yeah, look at this. If I fly straight down, okay, so I can walk here? That can't be right. Okay, there must be... Alright, so this crater is not going to work. Yeah, because look at this, I'm currently running above the surface. Yeah, no, that's not going to cut it. Okay, so let's fly back to the ship very carefully. Oh, and we're getting here as daylight strikes. Right, so the strike of the invisible voxels has thwarted us. Time to unlock our landing gear, boost up out of the crater, and find ourselves another home. I guess Crater Base was a bit too ambitious after all. Alright, so burning again towards the horizon, and oh man, look at that sunset. That is incredible. We're going to try and find ourselves a flat bit of ground on Ceres that isn't full of texture glitches. Wouldn't that just be nice? Let's go ahead and slap on the VTOL brakes. Come in like an absolute badass. Look at this. Yes, the ship is kind of like, I mean, it's a brick, but as far as bricks go, I don't hate it. I'll be honest. I was tempted to call it something like the Ugly Duckling, but I don't think it's earned that. I think it needs some love, What is hideous but beautiful on the inside? Quasimodo. Yes. Yes. This ship shall be known as the Quasimodo. Perfect. As soon as I remember how to spell that, I'll rename it. Let's see if we can stick the landing next to this sort of red patch, which I'm assuming is going to be an iron ore vein. Or at least I'm hoping. Because if it's not, well, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. But if it is, then hey, free base materials. Nice. I'm not sure how resource-rich Ceres is, so we may have to actually go back into orbit, or orbit in inverted commas, in order to do like sort of rare resource mining. But that's okay. A fleet of, orbital rock hoppers could be kind of cool to maintain. I wonder if there's a script for that. Okay, let's get close to the ground. See how many of my landing gear I can get to connect at once. 2 of them. I think I may have broken the one on the right there. Let's have a look. Are you not connecting for any particular reason? No? No, you're functional. Maybe I turned it off by accident. But there we go! Yes! We've made it. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay. Alrighty then. So, the surface of Ceres isn't having a bit of an LOD issue here with the voxels, I'm thinking. So, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and reload the game. Let's see if that'll do it. So let's just take off so that we don't suddenly have, one of our legs clipping through a mountain. And let's just get to a hover state. Good, good. And then I think what we'll do is just, oh, come on! And we lost the sunlight again. Well, let's go ahead and see if a reload will help this out any. Well, I think we fixed the terrain issues. Damn it, so we probably could have lived in the crater. Let's see what happens when I mine. Okay, mining works. This is good. This is good, we can work it now. Okay, awesome. Let's go find ourselves a crater. Or crater base. Haha, crater base returns! Yes! We all live in a crater on Ceres. A crater on Ceres. A crater on Ceres. We're also going to need some spotlights on this, so let's do that really quickly. So I think for now, our best bet is going to be just to land right here. And then we will find out, like, where things are at. Like, what's going on. Okay, here comes the lip of something. Something. Perhaps just a hill. Soon we will find out. Oh, now we're too far away to see. Anyway, I can increase the radius of those spotlights. They are on max. Maybe intensity? Is that gonna help? No. No, it's not. Okay, great. So let's let this thing break. And then I guess we just touch down till the daytime, at which point we can sort of work out where we need to go. Hey, made it to the ground. Nice. Nice. Okay. So, where's my ship? There it is. Alright, so I just decided to very cautiously drift down towards the surface. There's our ship. Little speck of light in the distance. Those spotlights really help in identifying it. And we're gonna find a suitable spot just to touch down real quick. Cause, yeah. As fun as all this trekking around in absolute pitch blackness is, I kind of like knowing how close I am to the ground, and I was not close to the ground at all over there, it turns out. So let's get as close to underneath this thing as we can, so we can kind of just go straight down. Oh man, there's a civilian ship? Oh wait, no, I think that's like the army ships. Oh wait, hold on, shit, that could be a problem. Oh wait, hold on, here's some uranium and silicon. This is a perfect place to drop a marker and land. Okay, GPS, new from current position. We'll make it work. Let's fly up to our ship and get the hell down out of the skies so we can power this thing down. We might not be as visible because I'm pretty sure that is moving towards us. How far away is that albatross thing? Oh, it's going further away. Okay, it is actually drifting away from us. Fantastic, because I am in no position for combat at present. Like, I mean, if pushed, maybe we could do something, but we would just almost certainly die. Horribly. Okay, let's try and land on top of that signal, because then we have access to those ore patches we just discovered. Hey, and there's the ground. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then I think we're going to call that enough flying for one episode. This has been a little bit ridiculous. Okay, we landed. We're safe. We are on the surface of Ceres. There's our little landing craft. It did its job. It did just great. I'm pretty impressed with it, I will be honest. 10 out of 10. Would land with it again. So now we need to think about unpacking. Now, I have no idea what the terrain around us is going to look like. So let's take a bit of a scout. Okay, so we got like a mad cliff right here. Oh, is this the crater? Is this a crater? Oh my god, guys. Guys. We are right next to a crater. Oh, crater base. Crater base. We're gonna have one. Yeah. Alright, that is fantastic. But that is also, unfortunately, all we have time for today. I mean, what an absolutely uneventful episode. That was... we did not get much done. I think I'm going to have to treat you guys to an extra one. Because this is just... man, you know, I mean, it was cool and all. Yeah, we flew around Ceres, we saw some stuff, we found a crater. Can we actually walk on this? This one hasn't got weird graphical glitches going on. No, it does not. I'm so glad I remembered that Space Engineers sometimes has a bit of an LOD issue with the voxels. And I think LOD stands for load on distance, so you know, like it's just not coming in type of thing as you get close to it. And yeah, when we can actually walk up this thing, I think that might be somewhat to do with our little mag boots. But we can, by and large, run up and down this cliff. Mag boots aren't engaged. No, we can actually hike it. Sweet. Okay, well, we'll have to investigate that further in the morning. But I think for now, we're going to be calling that an episode because, oh boy, that took almost an hour and a half for me to navigate all the way down here. And that was mostly human error, to be honest. Okay, so, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. And head on straight over to the next episode, which will be coming out right alongside this one. I mean, you know, I owe you guys that much. There wasn't much going on here, Landon. So, if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.